Return to the Planet of the Apes is an animated series, by DePatie-Freleng Enterprises in association with 20th Century Fox Television, based upon Planet of the Apes by Pierre Boulle. Boulle's novel has previously inspired 5 films and a TV series, beginning with the 1968 film Planet of the Apes starring Charlton Heston. Unlike the film, its sequels, and the 1974 live-action TV series, which involved a primitive ape civilization, Return to the Planet of the Apes depicted a technologically advanced society, complete with automobiles, film, and television. As such, it more closely resembled both Boulle's original novel and early concepts for the first Apes movie, which were changed due to budgetary limitations in the late 1960s. Produced following the last of the big-screen features and a short-lived live-action television series, this series was among the last Planet of the Apes projects for several years, following a number of comic books from Marvel Comics and a series of audio adventures from Power Records in 1974. Aside from a number of comic book series published by Malibu Comics in the early 1990s, your next project based upon Boulle's concepts would be Tim Burton's Reimagining in 2001. Along with the second film Beneath the Planet of the Apes, this is one of only 2 original Planet of the Apes productions in which Roddy McDowall was not involved. Broadcast history: airing on NBC, the series premiered on September 6, 1975 and was broadcast until September 4, 1976, although only 13 episodes were produced. The series aired Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern/10 a.m. Central. The series was later shown in reruns on the Sci-Fi Channel in 1992 as part of Sci-Fi Cartoon Quest. Music for the series was provided by Dean Elliott and Eric Rogers. Story: as with the film and the live-action series, Return to the Planet of the Apes involved a handful of astronauts from Earth who were hurtled into the future and found themselves stuck in a world populated by advanced apes and primitive humans. Over the course of the 13 episodes, the astronauts attempted to keep one step ahead of the apes while at the same time trying to make some sense of what had happened. Additionally, they did their best to safeguard the human population from the apes. Each episode was self-contained to an extent. The story threads did weave in and out, with characters and plots from earlier episodes popping up in later ones. In order for the series to make any sense, the episodes need to be viewed in order. The animated series does chronologically fit with the rest of the Apes universe. It borrows characters and elements from the movies, the TV series, and the original novels. General Urko is borrowed from the TV series. Along with Zaius, Zira, and Cornelius, Brent and Nova are from the movie series. Crador and the Underdwellers in the animated series are loosely based on the mutants in Beneath the Planet of the Apes and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. As with the live-action television series, the animated series was concluded before the resolution of the storyline, and we do not learn if the astronauts are able to return to their own time period. But the animated series does otherwise offer a conclusion. Dr. Zaius, in recognizing the threat of a military overthrow from General Urko, assures that he is relieved of command. Further, Cornelius and Zira, in recognizing that simian society was established long after human society had deteriorated, believed that the time was right for humans to be offered equal rights to that of apes, and intend to present their proposition to the Senate. Characters in the animated series frequently mention prominent apes noticeably named after human historical figures by appropriately inserting the word ape into their name. A notable example included William Apespeare, an ape analogue of William Shakespeare. Another scene showed a couple of ape soldiers chatting about a new movie called The Apefather, an apparent analogue of The Godfather. Cast and characters: Bill Hudson, one of the 2 male astronauts. Blonde, blue-eyed, depicted as wearing a blue t-shirt and white pants. Cornelius, a male chimpanzee scientist archaeologist. Zira, a female chimpanzee scientist who is very outspoken against the gorilla regime. General Urko, a sinister gorilla general who plans to drive the humans and underdwellers off the planet. Judy Franklin, the lone female astronaut and an expert airplane pilot. She is kidnapped and held by the underdwellers for a time before being rescued. Jeff Allen, the other male astronaut. An African American, depicted as wearing a red turtleneck shirt, Dr. Zayas, the orangutan leader of the ape scientific community, depicted as a grandfatherly politician who questions the tactics of General Urko. Nova, a human female who joins Bill and Jeff on their adventures. Ronald Brent, a U.S. astronaut who launched in the 21st century but arrived in the time of ape rule a number of years prior to the Hudson-Franklin expedition. Cradle, the leader of the Underdwellers. The Underdwellers, a group of underground persons based on the mutants in the film Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Austin Stoker, the voice of Jeff, had previously played Mr. McDonald in Battle for the Planet of the Apes. He was the only cast member of the animated series to have played a part in the live-action movies or series. Episodes. Reception. The series has been criticized for poor production values. Reviewers felt that the constant reuse of backgrounds and lack of movement made the action on screen dull and slow. The voice work has also been criticized for sometimes being unemotional and equally monotonous. Despite these criticisms, the series was noted for highly detailed backgrounds, illustrations, character designs and camera effects, due in part to veteran cartoonist Doug Wilday. While animation was poor due to budget and time constraints, still artwork, which featured prominently in the program, was incredibly detailed with extensive shading, looking more like a decent comic book than a television cartoon. For the most part, the scripts were intelligent with detailed stories and solid internal continuity. Unlike many animated adaptations, Return to the Planet of the Apes managed to effectively capture the tone of the live-action features, complete with a sense of alienation, wonderment and loss. DVD release. The Planet of the Apes series was released as a part of the Ultimate DVD collection in early 2006 by FOX Home Entertainment. The complete animated series release on DVD was delayed until October 3, 2006. This was the first time the series was released standalone on DVD. Only 3 of the episodes were restored in the discs included in the Ultimate DVD collection, but all 13 were restored in the individual release. The individual release also included them in their intended order as opposed to air date order as presented in the box set. The individual release also includes the option of watching the episodes with a preview of the next episode, which wasn't present in the box set release. The episode list on the back of the DVD case for the individual release has many errors. The episodes are listed in air date order as opposed to the chronological order on the actual DVDs. One episode is listed as airing the day before it actually aired and 2 are shown as having the same air date, resulting in the air dates of the 2 subsequent episodes being 1 week off. Notes and references. External links: Return to the Planet of the Apes at the Internet Movie Database, Return to the Planet of the Apes at the Big Cartoon Database, Return to the Planet of the Apes at TV.com, Return to the Planet of the Apes on Hulu.com, The Forbidden Zone, all about the 1975-76 animated series on NBC, including extensive episode summaries from Epilogue magazine. DePatie-Freleng Enterprises filmography, TV shows, including Return to the Planet of the Apes.